Good morning, second graders, and welcome to math. Today, we are going to start working with time. And I know that we've done a little bit of time in the past on some of our worksheets and some of our joke of the day. But today, we're going to really look at how the clock works. All right, we are on lesson 14.8, and it is page 705 in our math book. Our learning target is to tell time to the nearest 5 minutes. And when we look at a clock, when I start at the 12 and I start counting toward the 1, that's called clockwise, the way the clock moves. I start going from the 12, that's our 0 spot, and I count to the 5, or to the 1. It takes 5 minutes to get there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to go from the 12 to the 1. So it says label the missing minutes around the clock, then tell the time. So I have 0 and then 5, and we're skip counting, 10, and we skip here. What does it come to? 5, 10. You are right, 15. Then we go to the next number, 20. 5 more is 25. 5 more is, well, they didn't write it in. Let's write it in. 30. Then 35. 40. Yes, I know you're saying it to the computer. 45. 50. 55. Then 5 more minutes would be 60. That gets us to the 12. That's one time around the clock, one set of minutes around the clock. That's 60 minutes. But that's also where we start at 0 again. And then if we go around, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now, let's look at this. It says tell what time it is. This hour hand, the short hand, the hour hand, is pointing between the 3 and the 4. That means it got to the 3, but it has not yet gotten to the 4. Okay, sometimes it's a little tricky to see, but this one is right in the middle. And then we write down 3. It's gotten to 3 o'clock, but it hasn't gotten all the way to 4. Let's see where this is pointing. If I didn't see this, then I would be able to do it every time. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. So this time, the time on this clock is 3:30. Excellent. Let's keep moving along. Remember, there are 60 minutes in 1 hour, and it takes 5 minutes for the minute hand to go from one number to the next. Right? That's what we were just looking at on the other side. So on this one, it's 4 o'clock. Remember, every time it points at the 12, the minute hand points at the 12, it says o'clock. And so this is pointing at the 4 o'clock. But if the minute hand moves all the way around to get to the 7, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. It's 4:35. So let's do this. Where is my hour hand pointing? It's between the 1 and the 2. So it did get to the 1, but not quite to the 2. I put a 1. And let's see how many minutes it took to get down to the 5. 5, 10, always start at the 12. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 1:25. Let's do this. Where's my short hand? It's pointing almost at the 8. Right at the 8, not quite to the 9, not close to the 7. It's at the 8. So it's 8 something, and we have to figure out where it stops. So we go from the 12 to the first one is 5, 10. And I don't count anymore because that's where we stopped on that minute hand. 10, 8, 10. right? 8 o'clock plus 10 minutes, 8:10. All right, let's look at the third one. The hour hand is pointing between the 6 and the 7. Now you should be telling me how much I'm going to write. Do I write a 6 or do I write a 7? You're right, I write the 6 because it did not get to the 7 yet. All right, let's figure out how many minutes it took to get to the 9. So I start at my 12, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So that time is 6:45. Excellent. Let's keep going. All right. The hour hand, the shorter hand, is pointing between the 5 and the 6. And just like we've been saying, if it's not gotten all the way to the 6, then we go with the number before it. So 5, and how many does it take to get all the way to the 11? Let's see. I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is halfway around, 35, 40, 45, 50, and one more, 55, 5, 55. Almost all the way around to another hour. All right, let's look at this next page. We're on page 707. And here we go. Write the time. It's between the 3 and the 4. So I write a 3, right? It didn't get to the 4 yet. Let's see if I can do my counting all the way from the starting place at the 12 to the 10. Let's see. I'm going to give you a second. If I have 5 for each number, and I have 10 of those numbers, what do you think it will be? Let's see if you're right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. How many of you guessed 50? Perfect. All right. I now have an hour hand that is pointing between the 11 and the 12. I always write down the smaller number, the one that it went past but didn't get to the bigger one. 11 and 4 sets of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. This clock says 11:20. Let's keep going. I'm between the 5 and the 6. So you were right. I write down the 5. And the 6, we know that that's halfway around. We know that to go all the way around is 60 minutes. So halfway is half of 60. 60 is 6 sets of 10. So half of that would be 3 sets of 10. So it should be 30. Let's double check. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You were correct. Excellent. All right. So now I have the numbers here, but they want me to show it here. Okay. I think we can do this. Let's think. The hour always points to the shorter hand. So I need to go pointing from the 7, not to the 8. I'm going to be pointing at the 7. So my shorter hand is going to be pointing a little bit after the 7, right? Because it's not 0, 0. That would be right at the 7. And then my minute hand is going to be 5 minutes past the 12. So 5 minutes is just one set, so it should point right there. So there is my minute hand, right? A short hand that points to the hour, a longer hand that points to the minutes. 7:05. We do the same thing for 9:25. 9:25, that means I already got to the 9, but I didn't quite get to the 10. So I have to go between the 9 and the 10. And the 25, I start here and I stop when I get to 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So my time is going to be on this one. My hour or my minute hand is going to be on the 5. 9:25. All right, now 12:55. 12:55. I need to go point at the 12, but it's not right at the 12 because it's got minutes after it. 12 after, let's see, I have to point between the 12 and the 1, and then I do 55 minutes. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. 55 is when I point at the 11, so my longer hand is going to be pointing at the 11. 12:55, right? I didn't get to the 1 yet. I got almost to the 1. It's almost 1 o'clock. All right, and let's look here. I have a pattern. Write the next time in the pattern. 8:15, 8:20, 8:25. Well, my hour is going to keep getting bigger, or it's going to keep the same until I get past 55. So 8:25. Let's see. So my hour stays the same. And the minutes, they go 15, 20, 20 to 25, 20. Well, let's see. From 15 to 20, that's going up 5. From 20 to 25, that's going up 5. From 25, if I go up 5 more, what will that give me? You were right. It will give me a 30. All right. The hour hand points between 4 and 5. The minute hand points to the 4. What time is it? Well, I know if it's between the 4 and the 5, then the hour is going to be the one that it's not gotten to yet. So 4 o'clock, and then the minute hand points at the 4. We just need to think, how many did it take to go from the 12 to the 4? So I just have to count 4 sets of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I have 420. All right. Now, boys and girls, I'll give you a little taste of what's to come. When we start doing multiplication and just multiplication, this is going to help you when we work with 5s, right? I know that when I get my minute hand onto the 5, it's 25 minutes. When it's on the 4, it's 20 minutes. That means 5 times 4 is 20. When I have 6 sets of 5 makes 30. Let's see, 10 sets of 5 is 50. Let's see, where did we end? 1 set of 5 is 5. 11 sets of 5 is 55. So this will help you when we're working with multiplying by 5. All right, boys and girls, do the next 2 pages, and I will talk to you later. Have a great day.